Give them a round of applause just for having us. It's fantastic. Personal feelings out for the moment. This was a great night of boxing. It was a great return to Atlantic City. We are back. The city is back, and on that aspect of it, I'm thrilled. We had a wonderful night. I want to thank HBO and our sponsor, Eleider Alvarez. I'd like to go, Sergey. We'll take him to the hospital just to do a scan, just to be sure. But as my daughter said, he's Instagramming, so I think that's probably a sign that he's okay. I want to congratulate Eleider Alvarez, Michelle, and his team. He's did an amazing job, and Michelle is very proud. Now I'm going to turn this over to the winners. Congratulations, Ivana.
Thank you very much, Thank you very much, Mr. Dillon, for the hard work. Thank you, HBO. Thank you for everybody for being here. It was a great performance. I believe tonight a new star was born. Eleider Alvarez said just before that after that fight, everybody will know who's Eleider Alvarez. This is what he showed tonight. It was a tough fight, a tough fourth round, and we always said the fight will be decided the way Eleider will be able to absorb the punches of Sergey Kovalev, as it is a strong puncher. Eleider said that he punched as hard as Eleider Miranda, and but he stood up. It's because he was so well prepared. The best of his life, really, and hats up for Mark Ramsey, who did with his team a great job. Eleider was prepared for the best, to do the best performance of his career, and this is what he has done. I'm going to give you, before Eleider, some comments from Mark, and then after that there will be comments from Eleider. And after, there will be questions. Right?
Thank you. First of all, like I said at the first press conference, I would like to thank HBO, the Hard Rock Cafe, Group Bivol, Michel, and especially main event and the team of Sergey Kovalev, because they have no obligation at all to give us that opportunity. And the boxing fans can love or hate Sergey Kovalev, but nobody can argue that he is going all the time like a real champion against the best opposition possible. And for boxing guys like me, it's I have a lot of respect for that. This is fantastic. This is a great, also a great human story for Eleider, for the team. I know the work start right now. I know I had a couple of world champions before. I know the real work start now, and Eleider will need to understand that. But the thing is, tonight we're gonna just enjoy it. Thank you.
Bravo, coach.
Great work. Team member, very important team member of Eleider Alvarez, Stéphane Lépine, is his manager. It was impossible for him to be with us tonight because his little daughter, Anaïs, she's fighting cancer, but she's almost has been successful to it. So he has a champion at home and he has a champion here with Eleider.
Yes!
Stéphane took Eleider 9 years ago and stood up with him all the time. And it's certainly one of the main reasons why today Eleider Alvarez is the world champion. Now, the champion, how do you feel?
English, Spanish.
No sé si lo digo en español, francés, inglés.
Español. En francés igual, esa es mi segunda lengua. Eso, listo, papá. No, muy contento y gracias a ustedes por el apoyo, a la gente que vino de Colombia. la gente que vino de Quebec, a todos los fans aquí mismo en Atlantic City, en Estados Unidos.
He's very happy, and we want to thank everybody for coming and showing some support. He's happy.
From Colombia.
Bueno, como ya todo el mundo sabe, tengo 9 años de carrera profesional. Tengo 9 años de carrera profesional.
He's got 9 years as a pro boxer.
Depuis que je rentré dans le top 10 de la catégorie light heavyweight,
And since he's in the top 10 of the light heavyweight categories,
je voulais être champion. C'est un de mes gros rêves.
it was one of his dreams to become a champion.
Et ce soir, je l'ai fait. Je l'ai réussi ce soir. Ça, c'est pas possible si je n'avais pas une bonne équipe.
It wouldn't have been possible if he didn't have a good team.
Un bon gérant qui, après que j'ai un problème de visa de la Colombie, je ne bosse pas.
The manager who was still there for him even after 1 year that he couldn't box because of a visa problem.
Et je ne bosse pas, et lui toujours supportait moi.
Even if he was not boxing, his manager was always supporting him.
Et mon entraîneur m'a dit que depuis que je suis chez les pros, c'est mon entraîneur toute la vie maintenant.
Since he's a pro, Mark Ramsey has been his trainer, and it's going to be his trainer for life now.
Et tous les sacrifices que je fais pour réussir mon rêve.
And all the sacrifices he did to become world champion.
Premièrement, je voulais donner merci à mon Dieu,
He would like to thank God first of all,
à mon équipe, mon Michel,
at his team, Gros Pivot Michel,
à mon équipe de travail, mon entraîneur Marancy, Marandré Wilson, que je ne sais pas où, Calvo. Preparador físico, Marandré, mon gérant Stéphane Lepine aussi, Hugo, fisioterapeuta de Luc, Foix, tous mes amis qui viennent ici, Oscar. Dicen que viene de Medellín, yo como regatero con más, y yo voulais parler de l'économie.
so now he's going to start talking about the fight.
Ok, c'est como depuis que j'ai signé le contrat avec Sergey Kovalev pour le combat,
Since he had signed a contract with Sergey Kovalev to fight him,
personne connaît Eleider Alvarez.
nobody knew who was Eleider Alvarez.
Mais c'est lui le champion, plus connu que moi, c'est sûr, j'ai donné le respect toujours à lui.
He was a well-known champ, and Alvarez was giving him all his respect.
Mais mon gérant m'a appelé pour donner le combat, j'ai dit tout de suite, prends le combat.
When his manager called him to give him the fight, he said yes without any hesitation.
Parce que j'ai dit que c'est mon chance. Et je voulais mon chance et je voulais profiter tout de suite.
He knew it was his chance. He wanted a chance, and he wanted to take it right now.
Depuis ça, comme nous commençons la préparation avec mon entraîneur Marc,
So when with all this, when we started preparation with Mark,
aller à Bogota, à l'altitude,
we went in Bogota to train in high altitude.
j'ai fait sparring avec des boxeurs de l'équipe nationale de Colombie, profité que l'équipe nationale de Colombie était là, l'équipe du Brésil amateur, l'équipe de République Dominicaine, j'ai profité avec tout le monde, avec tous les light heavyweight avec différents styles.
We had the opportunity to train with different national teams, Brazil, Colombia, Dominican Republic. So we had lots of light heavyweight guys with all different styles.
Parce que je sais que dans le combat, je vais avoir des moments qui vont être difficiles, qui vont changer le style. Je voulais être pour tout, pues, si lui vient ensay, je vais être prêt. Si lui bosse à l'extérieur, je vais être prêt. Beaucoup de choses que j'ai préparées dans le camp d'entraînement.
So with all of these different styles, Alvarez knew that the fight was not going to be only one way. He will have to adapt during the fight, and all these guys were bringing different style. So if he needed to fight inside, he would have been ready to fight inside. If the fight was happening on the outside, he was ready to fight the distance. So all that together made him ready.
Vous savez déjà qu'il va être un combat très difficile. Tout le monde regardait ça ce soir, qu'il était un combat difficile.
He knew it was going to be a tough fight, and everybody saw tonight that it was a tough fight.
Mais le plan match fonctionnait très bien comme on le voulait.
But the game plan was working exactly as we wanted it.
Après les 6e round, mon entraîneur me demandait pour aller inside avec lui.
After the 6th round, Mark Ramsey asked him to go inside and fight Kovalev from the inside.
Et j'ai commencé à voir que lui, c'est pas la même force de frappe qu'au début combat.
And he saw that Kovalev didn't have the same power that at the beginning of the fight.
Et à cause de ça, tout de suite quand mon entraîneur me demandait comment ça s'appelle la Michael Tosh. Me demandait la Michael Tosh, je l'ai fait tout de suite et fini le combat.
Asked him to throw a certain combination that we call the Macintosh. He did it, and then it was the end of the fight.
J'ai dit à Marc qu'avant le calendrier, quand je l'ai essayé tous les fois, je l'ai dit à Marc, j'ai besoin juste one time.
He tried it a lot, but he told Mark, I needed only one time. And then
Et c'est ça qu'il fait ce soir, et maintenant je suis champion. Merci beaucoup encore, merci beaucoup à tout le monde, thank you everybody. Bonjour tout le monde, good night.
Do you have any question? Yes.
After the first knockdown, it was clear that Kovalev was badly hurt. There was a lot of time left in the round. Did he know that he had him on the hook and would not let him off?
J'ai regardé que lui était un peu bien, mais j'ai dit j'ai besoin de finir ça parce que si lui un round, parce que c'est pas très difficile à
And said that I better knock him out now because maybe it's going to be too tough after. So he said I didn't want to take the chance. I knew that he was hurt, and I went for the kill.
Steve Bird, Linear Boxing TV. Dmitry Bivol won on the undercard. Is that a fight you want to go for now for the WBA? Is there anything, especially with your trainer, that you saw in him that you think you can exploit?
Je sais pas, maintenant il va prendre des vacances. Mais comme j'ai dit après que je suis prêt, depuis 5 ans que je suis dans le top 10, je suis prêt pour affronter n'importe qui.
He's going to take some vacation first, but it's been 5 years that he's in the top 10 of the world, and he's willing to fight anybody.
Stevenson fight, maybe.
Stevenson's gonna win. I said Stevenson's gonna win 3 years.
Nice, Mark. Nice.
Si ils sont pas donné le combat avant, je ne pense pas maintenant qu'il va donner.
Good question for Mark. Mark, how do you feel the fight was playing out after 6 rounds? What was your assessment of the fight?
The thing is, we already know, like at the beginning of the fight, Kovalev is going to be very dangerous. Like Eleider said, the power was there for first round. We was willing to maybe lose a couple of rounds. I know we maybe won 1 round or 2 on the first 6, but we was ready to let maybe some rounds go because our game plan was to bring Kovalev the second part of the fight and go a little bit more physically with him. And it worked. Like at one point, like we had the cut. I feel the energy of Sergey is going down, but maybe not as bad as I wish. But the thing is, we lost a couple of rounds. Eleider had a cut. I think it was the right moment to send him very short distance and very physically with him. And
Hey,
Dan?
congratulations to you guys. My question for Lydia is that he waited 3 years as a native warrior for Adonis Stevenson. And during the time that was happening, he wasn't going to a fight, and he pictured this would be the end of it, where he would not fight Stevenson, fight someone else and get a title. And how does he feel about that journey?
Oui, je pense que des personnes qui connaissent plus l'histoire, c'est mal. Je pense, un jour, j'ai dit à mon gérant que je suis prêt à laisser l'aspirant obligatoire pour essayer ça parce que moins de 3 ans que je n'ai pas le combat, j'allais chercher un autre ceinture.
Before we got the opportunity with Kovalev, he had already said to his manager, look, if we have an opportunity, it doesn't look like we're mandatory, but since we cannot have a shot, so if there's an opportunity that is opening somewhere, we would like you to jump on it. And this is what happened when we got a call from the captain.
Okay, now what about now? He's got a title, and Stevenson's still there with the title. What about that fight finally unified? And I'd like your opinion also.
Si vous arrivez, bienvenue.
Said yes to anytime.
And what about you? You're the promoter of both guys.
You know what it is. It's a little complicated. Everybody has mandatory. For now, we are engaged in a rematch. There's a rematch clause with Kovalev. We have engagement also with HBO for the next fight. So it will be a dream if we can have all the champions fighting each other soon. But there will be some administration to do before, and everybody will have to fight and become free and to go in that direction. But that would be great if we can do that.
In the 4th round, when Kovalev had his best round, what were you thinking and how did you recover to come back and win the fight?
Non, c'est, comme déjà dit, c'est une chose stupide que j'ai fait dans le 4e round parce que j'ai bossé bien les 3 premiers rounds et dans le 4e round, je voulais essayer des choses, mais c'est une chose stupide. Mais de revenir comme avant, de revenir techniquement comme j'ai fait mon combat.
He said in the 4th round, it was a little bit his fault. He said he became a little bit macho like he was before, and he wanted to trade punch with Kovalev, and effectively it was a tough round for him, but he came back in the corner and finally got back on the game plan.
Now, this question goes to Eleider or Mark. Now, given the fact that you're going up against Sergey Kovalev, and he's had a couple of issues going long distances with previous opponents, did you think that was a significant factor in going into this fight, in particular with the 2 war fights that he had before?
This is something that we saw. The danger of that thing is you need to understand Eleider Alvarez have a different profile than Andre Ward. And we have to go with the capacity and the best weapon of Eleider and also the best weapon of Kovalev. It's a different mix. But if, we saw a couple of things in fight, like he was doing in the war fight, but also in a couple of other fights. And our direction for the tactic was that direction. Exactly.
Right here.
Other question?
Yes, right here. Right here.
Yeah.
Champ, all night you were countering over Kovalev's left hook with your right hand. Were you finally surprised that you went down from that punch?
Comme je l'ai déjà dit, si une fois je frappais lui avec la droite comme ça, je sais qu'il va tomber, qu'il va finir le combat.
He knew that if he was going to hit him with his best punch, that he was confident that the effect of the blue was going to put him down. Yes.
Why do you call it the Macintosh?
Actually, it's a Macintosh is a fighter that Eleider knocked out a couple of years ago when he knocked out with a punch. Exactly, it's a jab to the body and a right hand over the top. We try to drop the guard a little bit with the jab to the body and come over the top. But we call, like we have a code. Like if I say in a fight a jab to the body and like the other fighter, or what I say, if I say Macintosh, you have no idea what I'm talking about. This is just a fight that a previous fight that we had.
It's already late. So thank you very much again for being here.
Thank you guys for staying. Whoever has any questions for Dmitry Bivol, he'll be happy to answer. Alvarez had a great night. Sergey is someone we respect, and this wasn't his night tonight, but right now we can ask Dmitry any questions you guys might have interest in.
Dmitry, yes. Were you surprised that Chilemba was able to take your power for 12 rounds?
Был удивлен, что Chilemba смог твою силу держать твои удары 12
No, it wasn't surprising me because I knew that Chilemba is a good fighter with a champion spirit, and he really is strong. He never been in knockout, and including the fight, he learned something. Он выучил какие-то мои удары, он менял рисунок боя, мне приходилось сложить.
During the fight, he was adjusting and trying to adjust to what I was doing, and kind of beginning to take some of the punches that I was throwing, and I had to try to make changes and try to adjust as well.
What did this fight do for your development?
Что это сделало I had a good experience because against I had 12 rounds with a tricky fighter. He's really tricky with good defense. Мало таких боксеров у нас, в принципе, есть, которые с такой защитой они как бы и пропускают, постоянно начинают двигаться корпусом.
There's not a lot of fighters, especially in the light heavyweight division, that are like him. He takes a punch. You can land on him, but he's able to absorb the punch and kind of slip the punch even when it's landed. And that's a good technique that works for him.
How would you assess your performance tonight?
Как ты можешь оценить свое выступление сегодня?
I don't know how, because I want that people will assess my performance, and if people like my fight, I will be glad.
We like it. Yeah. Hey Kathy, is that the best light heavyweight in the world right now?
You may be. We're going to find out.
Yeah.
Quick question here. Seeing the performance that happened here with Eleider Alvarez, are you seeing a future fight with Alvarez to unify those titles?
My team had
my team had negotiations. My team had negotiations regarding Kovalev being my next fight.
to unified fight, unified, and I wanna now that this. Я все еще хочу этого объединительного боя. Мне очень, конечно, жаль, что мой соотечественник проиграл сегодня, и поезд из России уехал. Но я настаиваю на своем, я хотел бои с лучшими боксерами, я и хочу сейчас. Если этот поезд у Альвареса я бы с радостью, конечно, принял этот бой.
And I'm very disappointed that my countryman lost tonight. Sergey was a great champion, and it's unfortunate that he lost the title. But I would still want the same opportunity of having a unification fight in December as was discussed. And if it's Alvarez, I would be happy to fight Alvarez.
Kathy, you mentioned that there was a rematch clause with Sergey and Eleider. Is there any plans right now? I know he's visiting the hospital and everything else, and it's all fresh. But any thought to a rematch between Sergey and Alvarez?
Look, I know Sergey, and he's going to want another crack at the title. Whether it's a rematch, whether perhaps Eleider, sorry, Russian reporter keeps trying to
They're persistent.
They are. Whether it's going to be, so I was going to say, whether they go straight to a fight, a rematch, or whether perhaps I would like kind of to see Dmitry go first and then maybe Sergey fight the winner. I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but we'll talk about it in the coming weeks.
Yes, spoke about Sergey being a countryman. You wanted to unify the titles. There's another countryman of yours, Arthur Mitiev, that still holds the IBF light heavyweight title. Would that be a fight that you want to have in the immediate future?
Every fighter in light heavyweight division, I want to fight with anybody in the light heavyweight division.
Kathy, just quickly, I know the result didn't go your way, but how did you think the show went as a whole? It was sold out and the atmosphere seemed absolutely electric in there.
The fans won tonight in a very big way, and it was a wonderful homecoming for boxing on the boardwalk. Up until like that last few seconds of that fight, it was a perfect evening. So I think there are going to be many more. I know the conversations I've had with the casino so far, they were thrilled with the turnout, they were thrilled with the casino full of people and all that was going on. So I have a pretty good feeling we're going to be back. That's good. That's positive.
Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
Question: Chilemba's style, he has that little Philly roll style, gives a lot of guys problems. You did what I was really intrigued with was how you counter on your footwork. It was very good. Was this probably the hardest style you've seen in the range as a pro?
Самые неудобности это сложно, как профессиональный показ.
It's not the most toughest style which I had. I had fight against Valera, maybe you know, Felix Valera. He has a tricky style too.
Тебе неудобно было с ним? То есть тебе как-то было...
Ну, один из самых неудобных стилей, да, конечно. Это всегда неудобно, когда человек двигается назад и много двигает корпусом, пропускает удар, сразу двигает, поворачивает голову в разные стороны, намажет все лицо вазелином себе, чтобы удары были скользкие.
I mean, he's definitely one of the most awkward fighters. There's no doubt about that. It's always hard to make an exciting fight with a guy that's trying to, avoid a fight. He's, coming backwards and trying, he has that technique of making the punches kind of, slip by and not really land. He had Vaseline all over his face every time he came out, and the commission let him put a bunch of Vaseline. I don't know how many bottles. Those things help, But at the end of the day, he's awkward, and that a lot of respect and props to him for that.
The question I have, what I really was, your counter adjustments with your footwork. Every time he went like this, you went like this with your foot. You countered the styles very well. But I also was intrigued with the way you bounce in and out, bounce right back. Is that something you work on in training? I know, like when we were amateurs, we used to do it around the medicine ball, hopping in and out. There was no technique. Do you do something similar to that with your footwork?
Ты отрабатываешь вот это движение ногами, то есть когда он делает шаг, ты ногами сразу.
Вообще, да, эта работа у меня заложена детства вообще движение на ногах. По-русски это называется челнок. И для всех российских боксеров это естественная работа для любого боксера. И она присутствует в каждой нашей тренировке и, соответственно, поет.
Definitely, it's a big part of amateur boxing in Russia. It's called челнок. It's moving on your feet, moving with your opponent on your feet and trying to basically predict his movement and move ahead of him. I do it every training still. I work on it all the time. It's a big part of my game.